Hello there, my name is Dayo Olajide. I welcome you to another scintillating edition of Inspirational Pearls. I was with a group of young people yesterday and we're discussing the issue of rape and how devastating and rampant it has been in our days. And one of them, a lady, decried the fact that guys are terrible, that some guys are just evil, and she threw an umbrella statement that every guy is the same. And I tried to debunk that notion that not every guy is the same. Now, upon further personal discussion, I discovered that she came from a broken home, a home whereby a father didn't treat a mother right. And I tried to sit her down and explain to her that your father is your mother's choice and your mother is your father's choice. You cannot afford to base your conclusion about who a man is based on the experiences your mother had in a marriage. You have the right, and as a matter of fact, you have been equipped and empowered to make your own marital choices. Not every man will be like your dad, and for the guy, if you had probably a mother that wasn't really there for you. Not every woman is like your mother. You have to make your own choices. That is why I tell young people, try as much as possible to make informed decisions when it comes to who to marry. So your father is your mother's decision, your mother is your father's decision. Now, sweet or bitter, there's so much lessons you have to learn from the parents and from the marriage of your parents. Sweet or bitter, it's part of the instructional materials that should equip you to choose right. And as a matter of fact, you are better empowered for right choices when you are not caught up in sentiments when it comes to your parents marriage. And one of the thing that I discovered about marriage, especially using our parents' marriage as a yardstick as to who to marry, is when our parents try to change each other. Daddy tries to change mommy tries to change daddy, and there's always a conflict when married people indulge in that. But permit me to note that what you cannot change in courtship cannot be forcefully changed in marriage. It can't. I saw my parents struggle with that. They struggle with change. And in courtship, you have a choice. But many compromise their peace for their short sightedness. Now, don't blame anyone for your short sightedness. If you refuse to see the right things before marriage, don't blame it on the male gender. And on the flip side, if you refuse to see the right things in your spouse, female, don't blame it on the female gender. Your marriage is your choice. You cannot change your spouse in marriage, you can only change yourself. Now, if you're a Christian and you believe it is till death do you path, you are stuck forever, except you choose to opt for divorce. That's a different case altogether. There are consequences that trail divorce. So instead of settling for that option, why don't you take your time to choose right, to marry right today? So let me note again, every guy is not the same. Every lady is not the same. If you see a bad guy out there, that does not mean all guys are bad. If you see a bad lady out there, that does not mean all women are bad. There are still virtuous women in ladies in town, and there are still responsible guys in town. The question I would ask you is, will you attract one? You can only attract who you are. You can only attract who you are. So instead of looking for the right person, why don't you develop the capacity that makes you the right person worth marrying, the right person worth joining with for the rest of your life? Okay, so marriage is a decision. Love itself is a decision. It is not an impulsive feeling, it is not a gushy feeling, it is not just how you feel, it is where you are going to. So until you define your life's destination, you might not be able to find the kind of love that will all the wheels of your destiny to where God wants you to be. And let me wrap it up on this note. Marriage was made for you. You were not actually made for marriage. You were made for the fulfillment of purpose. Marriage is the enhancer for the discovered purpose God has helped you to walk into. So get your priorities right. Know why you are here in the first place. Then decide who is going to journey with you on the journey of purpose, that is when you can have a beautiful family, beautiful marriage. So your family is a package from God to help you make informed decisions, either it's good or bad. Okay, I do hope you pick a thing or two from this week's edition of Inspirational Pearls. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can follow me on Facebook at Dayo Olajide, and on Instagram at Dayo Olajide Tells, and on Twitter at Dayo Olajide. Let me reiterate, like I do say every week, that your life today is a consequence of the choices you made yesterday. Make the right choices today so that you can secure for yourself a beautiful tomorrow. The ball is in your court. It has always been. So keep safe, stay blessed, and if you're single out there, be attractive to the right person. And attraction is just not how you look like, attraction is who you are. Stay blessed. Catch you up sometime soon.